Who are the three most important players for the Chicago Bears? Let's talk about this, people. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, hit that subscribe button down below. What are you waiting for? Please make sure you are subscribing to the channel and following me on my social media platforms and hitting that bell icon so you are notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so fun video topic here. Three most important players for the Chicago Bears. But let me spin it another way, because PFF did an article where they basically talked about the three players to build around for every team in the NFL. All right. And they did the NFC and then they did the AFC. And so I wanted to go ahead and take a look at who they had for the Bears, right? Obviously. And so taking a look at who they had for the Bears, the three players to build around for the Bears that they had was quarterback Justin Fields, wide receiver DJ Moore, and linebacker Tremaine Edmonds. All right, so let's talk about what they actually had to say and why they picked these three guys right here. So they said the Bears added two of our selections here this offseason, with wide receiver DJ Moore coming aboard in the blockbuster trade for the #1 overall pick, and Tremaine Edmonds, their big free agent splash signing. Moore has 5 straight receiving grades above 70 and has 48 missed tackles forced since 2019, ranked 9th among wide receivers. His 109 explosive receptions placed 6th. Edmonds had a breakout 2022 campaign, earning an 88.1 coverage grade in his 5th season, and he's still be 25 years old come week 1. The 6'5" rangy athlete will patrol the middle of the field in Chicago for years to come. Ultimately, everything comes down to Justin Fields and how he commands the new look offense. Fields became just the 3rd quarterback in NFL history with 1,000 rushing yards in 2022. And if he can get the passing game to match, he could ascend as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. All right, so I thought this was pretty interesting to talk about here. Now we're saying most important, which players to build around. Kind of the same idea here, and you'll see why. But basically, do we agree that these are the three players that are the most important players to build around for the Bears? I think everybody will agree with Justin Fields. All right, that is a no-brainer, no doubt about its selection. There should be no disagreements there. The Bears literally go as Justin Fields goes. His growth, his development, how he performs moving forward is going to determine literally everything, the trajectory of the team. So Justin Fields, yes, no-brainer. The other two spots, let's talk about them. DJ Moore, absolute stud receiver. We know this. And he is just 26 years old still. And so to me, obviously, DJ Moore still in his prime, and I think he'll be productive for years to come. And I don't have a problem with putting DJ Moore here, because I truly think you can make the argument he is the best player on this team, arguably the best player on this team. He's that good, honestly. Right now, you could even say, again, at his position, he's better at his position and what he does than Justin Fields. I know Fields is more important, and I think Fields will be better long-term, but we're talking about right now, you can even make that argument. So I don't have a problem with DJ Moore. And then Tremaine Edmonds, he's an absolute stud as well. And like the article mentions, he's still only 25 years old. So I think this is a great selection by PFF that they picked Fields, Moore, and Tremaine Edmonds. Can you make an argument for anybody else on the Bears to be in this list or on this list? And I would say I'll give you 3 guys that you can somewhat make an argument for. All right, the first guy, Darnell Wright. You can't make the argument right now, but after his rookie season, you could certainly see there's a pathway for Darnell Wright, a top 10 pick, to be a staple in this Bears core. And that's really what it comes down to. They're saying these 3 players are the Bears core moving forward, right? The most important players. Darnell Wright could replace Tremaine Edmonds just from a positional importance perspective, right? And so if you've got a guy at one of your tackle spots and you're like, oh yeah, he is going to be good for the Bears for years to come, and he is an all-pro, Pro Bowl tackle, then I would probably move Darnell Wright in that place. I wouldn't do it right now, but after the season, over Tremaine Edmonds, you can make the argument for Darnell Wright. Again, he hasn't played a snap in the NFL yet, so we got to wait and see. The other 2 guys, Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet has been as solid as they come, and he's still very young. And so you could see him take those incremental leaps to become a top 10 tight end in football. I think he's right there, right at this point. I'm not going to say he's elite, obviously, but he's right there. And so you can certainly see him being a building block for this team. Has had back-to-back 500-plus yard receiving seasons, had 7 touchdowns last year. Like, you see the development and you see the growth in Cole Kmet. And I think there's an argument to be made, hey, what if he takes a leap this year, has 800 receiving yards, turns into one of the better tight ends in football? I think he's already kind of in that borderline top 10, but what if he, kind of gets into that top 10 and top 8, etc. So you can make an argument there. And finally, Jaquan Brisker, right? Our safety that we drafted last year. And I think he really proved to be an absolute stud his rookie season. And I think the upside is ridiculous for Jaquan Brisker. And so if he builds off that in his second year and just absolutely balls out, he could be added to part of this score. So to me, I'd probably say right now that these 3 guys is what I would have. So I can't disagree with PFF. But after this season, I'm going to go ahead and say I think it'll be Fields, Moore, and Darnell Wright. But you can also make the argument for Cole Kmet and Jaquan Brisker. So let me know what you guys think, man. Agree or disagree with the PFF saying the 3 most important players for the Bears to build around: Fields, Moore, and Tremaine Edmonds. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, as always.